Hello everyone, it is Kaiju Stuff here. Today we will be doing 3 reviews in 1. We are going to do the Bandai Shin Godzilla set. Kind of not really a set, more of just like a trio that you would want to buy. So without further ado, let us begin with the tag. So, the tag is the same for all these, that's why I only have the one. This specific one happens to be the third form, because the only difference really is the silhouette. Other than that, the back's the same. Probably, there might be different Japanese characters. And the front's the same. 2016, because these were all made at the exact same time. The last one I got was this one, the third form, because I thought for some reason I didn't need it, because I had this one and this one. But let's start with the second form, shall we? So let's just get rid of these. Alrighty, so for the sculpt, it's actually really nice. It's very accurate to the movie. Not really too much to say about it. The arms are nice and tucked in. There's no fingers. The tail's nice and long. I like the curve too. Nice and flat. In the movie, we didn't really get a good look at the actual... We got good looks at, like, close-ups, but there was no real, like, full-scale view of the entire body. It was more of just, like, either a scene like this, or, like, half of its body turning around the building. So, I think they did this a lot of justice. I think it looks really good. Especially since they even have, like, little wrinkles and stuff under the tail. So, yeah. The articulation, there's only 2 points in it that are the legs. But you could get some really good effects with that, even though, like, you don't really need anything else to move. The head wouldn't really be necessary, because, like, it would just be turning. So the paint job, you have, like, a nice crappy brown. It's very brown, like, it's very crappy. Then you have, in my opinion, I do think the tan is a little bright. It should be slightly more brown, but, like, not too much more brown. I do have a gash upon right here. And even though it's see-through, the tan is a lot more darker, and I think that's what it should really look like. But the actual figure is very nice, especially for a bandai. The gills have a nice pinkish color. Same with the mouth, same colors. And it's got, like, yellow teeth, which is weird, because I don't think the other ones do. I don't think the fourth form has yellow teeth. Which, I guess when he evolved, he got better dental insurance. Yeah. I think it's a pretty good figure to start off as. This was actually... I got the fourth form first, then this one, and then, like, 2 years later, the third form. So, with that, let's move on to the third form. Boom. I actually did cut there, so I'm very proud of that. I think that turned out really good when I looked at the footage. I probably shouldn't have said that. This is probably the worst one out of all of them. Mostly because of this. It looks a lot better on camera. It actually looks a lot better on camera. You're like, oh my god, that's, like, such good shading. But in real life, it's, like, a very bright... It's really hard to tell on camera. But it's, like, really bright. This part, you can kind of see it. So, anyway, with articulation, in my opinion, I think it's actually gotten a little worse. I think they should have made the arms articulate, even though they're very tiny. They should have did it somehow, because otherwise you just have his knees that twist, which I don't know really why you would need that, unless if he's like falling. Like, it looks like he's slipping on something, you know? This sock monkey just fell. Okay, so with the sculpt, it's basically the same thing as the Kamana-kun, but this time we're starting to grow a little thing on the tail. It's starting to finally come in. This is very nice, I think. The sculpt of the dorsal plates, I think that's really nice. Same with the head. I do really like the head. It's nice and like thin. It looks like the skin is just like very thin skin, but like it's just holding together. It looks like it's not supposed to exist. It looks like it's always in pain. Yeah. But the arms, you could definitely see the arms in a pretty big vein. The attention and detail with like the veins and stuff is like on point. So besides this part, the paint job's really good. It's got some nice like blood red down the dorsal spines and like in between the gill plates, which is kind of hard to tell. And then right here, it's like a very bright red. It's very hard to tell on camera, but it looks super bright. And the articulation, it's just up, down, and the leg, like the knee. So let's move on to the third and final figure. Shin Godzilla, the Shin Godzilla. I need to actually put the camera back for this one. Okay, cool. So, this is obviously, the other ones I can kind of just speed through because they're pretty similar. This one I have to actually look at the major details. So, with the paint job, it's a nice jet black. It's very dark in color, which I like, because there are some Godzillas that are like very light gray, and they're not supposed to be. So I do like that he's like a nice jet black. Here we have some different types of dorsal plates, it looks like, but at the tail we finally got that fully grown extra head with some bony bits and some red, some like blood red. And then in between the dorsal plates, it's kind of hard to tell on this. You kind of see it. It looks kind of brownish, but same with here. It's nice blood red. And then here we have a bone white for the nails and for the teeth, because the teeth this time are actually whitish, like a bone white. Very tiny eyes, as Shin Godzilla should. And they're grayish. They're not white, which I like, because maybe he has the membrane on, you know? So, the sculpt is really nice. We have some differentiation with the dorsal plates here, which were in the movie. The dorsal plates are probably what makes this, because if you look, they're very, like, thrown on there. They're not, like, in a perfect line, like, with other Godzillas, like a 3-row thing. Like, they're all just kind of jutting out of the back, just like Shin Godzilla in the movie. Because Shin Godzilla, in lack of better terms, is just a freak of nature that, like, was not supposed to exist and does not want to exist. So, like, throughout the movie, you just see, like, deformities that look like they're not supposed to be there. Very non-symmetrical, because, you know, my hands look the same because they're symmetrical. They're supposed to look the same. This one, it's, like, mutated. It doesn't want to look the same. But, the kneecaps, once again, very non-symmetrical. All different types of bumps and stuff on each leg. He has like hips, which I do like, because it, before, like I said, with the very loose skin, you could definitely see those two. It's kind of hard to tell, but you see that little hip. It's also on the other side. So I'm assuming those were like hip bones. That was not really seen in the movie, and I just went out of focus. The face is nice. It's like, it reminds me of the 1954 Godzilla, and I think that's what they were going for. Just like very scary approach to what Godzilla is. Because, you know, if you look at like Godzilla 1967, yeah, he like, you know. But, with the articulation, his arms move, which I'm glad at. Because it looks like he's asking what just happened. I do wish the head moved. That's really the only complaint of this figure. And the legs go like that. So, with that, thank you guys for watching. If you like the channel and content, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.